Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Shawn Thinking Out Loud. I'm your host, Shawn Armstrong, coming to you from my secret hideout in beautiful Brazil. Hope you're all doing well. In this episode, we're diving into a topic that's been swirling around the internet like a whirlwind, the infamous Epstein list. Now, the government claims this list doesn't even exist. Well, let me tell you, folks, the implications of that are huge. Just think about it for a moment. If there's a list of potentially sensitive information or actions being swept under the rug, what does that say about transparency and accountability in our government? It raises so many questions about trust and governance. Are we really being kept in the dark about matters that could affect our lives? When officials deny something exists, it often leads to speculation and fear. Who wouldn't want to know what's being hidden? So grab your headphones and let's unpack this together. We need to explore the potential ramifications of such denial. What are they trying to protect us from? Or perhaps more intriguingly, what are they trying to protect themselves from? The conversation doesn't stop at mere existence. It extends into the realm of ethics and public policy. Let's dive deeper into how this affects our rights as citizens and what it means for future governance. Buckle up, because this is a ride worth taking. All right, so first off, let's set the stage. Jeffrey Epstein was a financier with ties to some of the most powerful people in the world. He navigated high society like a seasoned sailor, mingling with politicians, celebrities, and business moguls alike. His lavish lifestyle and access to elite circles masks a darker reality, one filled with allegations of exploitation and abuse that have haunted his legacy. The sheer number of prominent figures linked to him has sparked countless theories and discussions, from conspiracy theories about hidden secrets to debates over accountability and justice. But now we're hearing that there's no Epstein list. Really? It's almost hard to believe when you consider the gravity of the accusations against him and how they've reverberated through the corridors of power. What does it mean for the victims seeking justice if there's no comprehensive record of who was involved? It raises eyebrows and questions. How can we truly understand the full extent of his influence without knowing who else might have been implicated? The situation feels like peeling back layers of an onion, each layer revealing more complexity and intrigue. Making it clear that Epstein's story is far from over, it really makes you wonder if this is just another way to sweep things under the rug, or if there's something more sinister at play behind the scenes. The political landscape can be so murky, filled with conspiracy theories and hidden agendas, that it's hard not to feel a twinge of skepticism. And I have to ask, do I really believe Trump is on the list of shady dealings? Not a chance. If he were even remotely involved in anything remotely questionable, you can bet your bottom dollar that the loony left would have been all over that information like bees to honey, making sure it hit the headlines faster than you can say impeachment. We've seen time and again how quickly rumors spread in today's media-saturated world. Any hint of scandal involving a figure like Trump would be dissected, analyzed, and broadcast for all to see. So, when we hear whispers about potential cover-ups or conspiracies, it's crucial to separate sensationalism from reality. In an era where every move by public figures is scrutinized under a microscope, it's almost laughable to think that something significant could remain hidden without someone blowing the whistle. It raises questions not only about transparency, but also about who benefits from keeping certain narratives alive or buried. Now, here's where it gets interesting. There's a theory floating around that Epstein was not just a rogue operator, but was possibly working for intelligence agencies like Mossad or the CIA. This raises some eyebrows, doesn't it? It's not just a wild conspiracy theory. There are intriguing threads connecting Epstein to high-profile individuals and clandestine operations that make you wonder if he was playing a much larger game. Some speculate that his extensive network of powerful friends and access to elite circles were not merely a means of personal gain, but rather part of an intelligence operation designed to gather information, compromise influential figures, and manipulate geopolitical dynamics. Think about it. The sheer scale of his operations, the mysterious funding sources, and the way he seemed to evade serious legal repercussions for so long all suggest there might be more beneath the surface. If true, this would mean that Epstein wasn't just an outlier in the world of wealth and privilege. He could have been a pawn, or even a player, in a dangerous game orchestrated by global intelligence agent entities. The implications are staggering as they challenge our understanding of power dynamics and raise unsettling questions about who really pulls the strings behind closed doors. The theory surrounding Jeffrey Epstein suggests that he was not merely a financier or socialite, but rather a key player in a far more sinister game. one designed to compromise influential figures through a network of blackmail. If this theory holds any weight, we should be on the lookout for specific patterns and behaviors that might reveal the extent of this web. For instance, are there unusual connections between high-profile individuals and Epstein that raise eyebrows? This could include anything from suspicious financial transactions to unexplained meetings in private settings. Additionally, we might consider the reaction of those who have been implicated or who have maintained close ties with him. Do they exhibit signs of nervousness or evasiveness when questioned about their relationship with Epstein? Moreover, examining the legal outcomes for those associated with him could provide insights. Are they receiving leniency that seems disproportionate to their alleged crimes? Ultimately, understanding the dynamics of power and manipulation in this context requires us to look beyond the surface and explore how fear and secrecy can create an environment ripe for exploitation. By doing so, we can begin to unravel the complexities of what many believe is a chilling narrative about control and corruption at the highest levels of society. I'd say it's crucial to keep an eye on two key indicators that could signal something more troubling beneath the surface. First, be vigilant for any sudden surge in deals involving foreign countries. If you start seeing these transactions popping up out of nowhere, it might raise some serious red flags. It's not uncommon for such activities to hint at underlying motives or connections that aren't immediately visible to the public eye. You know how the saying goes, where there's smoke, there's fire. This leads us to the second point. Pay attention to any drastic changes in Trump's behavior, whether it's a shift in his public demeanor or unexpected decisions that seem out of character. These alterations could indicate that he is under pressure, perhaps even being blackmailed. It's a wild thought, but when you consider the complex web of politics and personal interests, anything is possible. So, staying alert to these signs could be more than just watching a political drama unfold. It might actually help uncover deeper truths about what's really going on behind the scenes. Now, here's a fun fact. Did you know that Epstein was reportedly connected to over 1,000 people in his infamous Black Book? That's quite a list. It's almost like he had his own version of a VIP club, but not the kind you'd want to be a part of. And here's a quote from George Orwell that resonates with today's world. In a time of deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. That's what we're trying to do here. Seek the truth amidst all the chaos. So, to wrap things up, folks, the Epstein list may be shrouded in mystery, but the implications of its existence or non-existence are profound. Whether it's about political influence or the moral fiber of those involved, we must remain vigilant and ask the hard questions. Remember to keep an eye on international dealings and changes in behavior from key figures in politics. We can't afford to turn a blind eye to this. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Shawn Thinking Out Loud. If you enjoyed our little thought experiment today, don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. And hey, if you're interested in exploring more about politics, history, or even martial arts, check out my audiobooks and ebooks linked in the description below. Join me on Fridays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for The Federalists, where we dive deep into the motivations behind our Constitution. Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning everything.